Here, I'll do one more to explain it. So, overall, right, we have, you know what, let me go to BTC version. So here you could see the Binance version is what I meant. So we had wave 1 was the bounce, wave 2 correction, then wave 3, and then I anticipated 4, and then 5th. So I had drawn this as 3, 4, 5. There were a couple different ways to draw it. So this was one of the alternate drawings that I had, the other counts that I had, where we would be in that this would actually, this is wave 4 here, and now we're starting wave 5. So that was the alternate count that I had here. The question is whether or not we had completed the third wave right here. So when I had this 5, whether that was the end of wave 3, and then this was wave 4, and now this is wave 5. Or whether this was wave 3, that was wave 4, that was wave 5, and then this is going to be the larger correction before we start the next impulse wave. So there's two different ways to count it, and I'm thinking this might make more sense based on what we're seeing now. It actually makes more sense that we would still have the 5th. So, essentially, we have this resistance at 53.40. And if we break that resistance right now, then that most likely confirms that this is a wave 5, as opposed to subwave 5, right? So this, the orange count here, it would be, that would confirm to me, most likely, this is what we're looking at. That this was 5, that was 4, or that was 3 rather. So that would be wave 5, going up probably to 56, 5,700 around there. So if you're in alts now, it's good. You're in alts, you're holding, you have stop losses, so you're safe. If we get rejected from the resistance and fall, you get stopped out at profit. At least you won't take a loss. Maybe if it's a trade you entered recently, you might take a small loss, but you're protected. But if we break that resistance and we keep moving up, all those alts are going to keep running, especially the more bullish ones that I'm in, like my Ethereum call, and TRX, and Nulls, and some others. So that's what I'm watching for. This resistance right here is the big test. If we do get rejected, the most probable correction target. So this ABC here was under the assumption that we had completed that third wave. And then we had and then this would have been wave 4 on the primary count. Correct down to like 4,600, then we would have a much bigger wave 5. So there's a couple different counts. If we do get this correction here, the most probable way it plays out is we drop down to that 382 retracement at 4620, around there. So just to reiterate what I did in the last video, I just wanted to clarify that I do have these two different counts where either, and then just to remind you where I was talking about how 2019 could be epic, this whole thing is all a wave 1. So what I was talking about is this wave 1, then we're going to correct, right? Then this wave 3 is the huge one. That's the one that has the potential to go all the way up to high 8s or 9,000, like 100% move on BTC would be this primary wave 3 right there. That's the major wave. So the question is whether or not this subwave that we're currently on, whether this was 3, 4, 5, like that, ignoring the sub count beneath that. So that was a possibility, but we ended up getting rejected a little earlier than I anticipated on that wave 5. So I'm thinking it makes more sense for it to actually fit more along this count, where 56 to 5750 is a target for wave 5 here, if we break the resistance. So that's the key I'm trying to watch for. If we break this resistance right here, we're going to see if that correction or that 5th wave up to 56, 57, which one we're going to get. Right now it's up in the air. I'm actually leaning more towards breaking that resistance, given how bullish we've been. And I talked in the group about how we had bullish surprises constantly. Like we'll think we're about to correct, and all of a sudden we get a bullish surprise and we run up. We might get that. But on the other hand, we do need a deep correction. If we do get this breakout and this ends up being a fifth wave to 5,700, expect $1,000 drop on the correction. 100%. I would expect it to drop $1,000 when it corrects, because that would be that big wave two, right? That's what we need. We need that big drop, that $1,000 drop for wave two, so we can reset all of our indicators and get ready for the big wave three push on the primary count. Hopefully that clarifies things. All right, check you guys later.